Hey everybody, welcome back to the Reptile Room. Today I thought a really funny video would be looking back at the very first video that I have posted. It was Jane's update. I haven't watched the video in a very long time, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and you're gonna get my live reaction of it. Hey everyone, welcome to the Reptile Room. My name's Joe, and today we're going to clean my ball python enclosure. This is Jane. He's a 3-year-old ball python, and he's a dragonfly. Pinstripe, fire, and pastel. He's very cool. He's from BHB Reptiles in Michigan. We're going to go over how I'm going to clean this, maybe redo a little bit of scaping. You see I have a little bit of plants, but it's been a little while. I've been building this room and all these enclosures. Yeah, all that is very true, and wow, what is up with that guy there? Hilarious. It's been a little bit. I don't know if I'm any better now on camera, but you know, let me know down below. Are due for some maintenance. I know I need a haircut too. I'm going to show you a little bit what I do. I'm going to reuse most of the substrate because it's not that old. I'm just going to clean it all up. Get any little poo and old skin that's been in there, moisten it up again, and put it all back. It's a blend of coconut fiber, coconut husk, coconut coir, and a little bit of aspen for a little bit of color. So there's a little bit of fine, there's a little bit of rough, just something a little bit different overall. Texture. Rocks in here. Could have just said texture. Driftwood that I've collected, oh, man. And I've cleaned and put in the oven at a very low temperature to make sure everything's clean before I put them in any of my enclosures. And he has a fake rock. And I used to do that quite a bit. Now I tend to just really pressure wash it off. And most of the time I don't keep all my spare stuff down in my basement or anything anymore. I tend to keep it outside, where there's just, you know, you can just keep some wood and it's fine. A larger water bowl with an air stone, kind of keeping it circulated. Same water bowl. And I find that helps keep the humidity up and keep everything a little bit more natural looking. Keeps the water a little bit fresh. You guys know I like all of that stuff in all of my enclosures. He's a 3-year-old male ball python. He's starting to get some little bit of size on him, but he's got some really cool colors and all that. I'll get some better pictures of him later. He's one of my first morph ball pythons that I've gotten, and he's very cool. I have a couple little plans for him, but mostly I just like watching him cruise around, and he is a little bit active. He's got a little bit of stuff shed still, but so that was a little bit out of focus. So there you go. Now that I have a nice 4K camera, it definitely comes in handy. I don't have any of those issues anymore because you notice that he's in a tank, and currently I only have a couple of tanks in here, and I really like this one with Guinness in it. And we do have some plans actually. We're gonna let a couple of the leopard geckos go to new homes, so if you're in the local area, hit me up down below and shoot me an email. That link is down in my tab down below. I'll soak him for a little while and we'll get that all cleaned up. For now, I'm just going to stick him in with one of the other female ball pythons that I have. So now that we have the snake and that was Caboose, I'm just going to go ahead and start taking everything apart. That's the same pairing I've been doing for a while. You know, we're sitting at about 91, 92 degrees on his hot spot and 35% humidity, but ones. Who knows how accurate this thing is. Now before I go scooping all, it's actually pretty accurate. It's within about 2 degrees across all of these, so I don't think that's too bad. If you're within like the 2 degrees, 1 to 2 degrees there, and that's your threshold, you really need to get a laser temp gun, and that's a second form so you can check it and make sure that you are correct and getting it super accurate. You just want multiple ways to check it. I wouldn't rely on only this. Can I just point out that I am trying to stand in the same place that was taken, and I just want you to know that over here is the basilisk enclosure. Now I do have this little wasted space here, but I've got a fan down there and whatnot. But over here is the last two, Jane actually lives in the TV enclosure down below. They do still have some tanks, and I need to upgrade his enclosure down below, which is the TV, and I want to paint it black, and I want to do a couple other nice things, upgrade the acrylic, give it a really good clean, maybe change the background. Anyway, look at how the original reptile room was. That's, well, when we first built it, yeah, right after moving in. Oh, and then it's a little gross up here on the glass, so I just got to get it all cleaned up so that I can look in and see it all and it'll look great. I don't like using the glass specifically because it is a pain to clean up. That's exactly why I don't like using the glass, because you got to scrape it. Trying to get all the big stuff off that I can, and then spray it down with some F10 and water, and disinfect it. Should be clean enough. Yep. Just be very careful you don't dig a corner in, because then you will scratch the glass. What I'm doing is just setting it right on so the blade's flat, and then it just scrapes along, and then you won't leave any scratches. It's pain. So just keep adding in a little bit of water if it feels dry. Ball python's kind of like a little bit of an upper mid humidity. I found that's where they do best in shedding. Since he has just a little We're currently sitting at about 55% humidity in the room overall. Later, but I'm just going to keep it a little bit higher than most. That was due to the open top design that they had drying out on those tanks. I use a little bit of the, I use some of the shoe containers that you might find at Walmart, Meijer, wherever. I really like them. Yep, they have a ton of them. Really clean. Not a whole lot sticks in there. So I think we'll go with a spot just a little bit like that. It's kind of overlapping the under tank heating. I still do the same sorts of things when I'm laying out to the bottom. For tank design. It could help keep the water temperature up a little bit, but the room stays pretty warm in here, so it's not really a That's why I built it like that. If you guys want to know more about that, like down below. More water in here. Now, definitely you can have a plan, and your snake can have a plan. Yep, that's still the case. He's still a bulldozer. That's why none of them have any live plants anymore. Maybe a little something like that, where it's just kind of going up, the plant's laying over it. I think that looks pretty good. Such ambition. Let me know what you guys think. Every single live plant I have put inside any enclosure has been a little bit murdered by everything. Even the unkillable pothos plant over here is just not doing so hot anymore. So yeah, got some fake plants need to be done. Hey, let me donate some if you have any. Lighting going on here. This is so rough. I have skipped so much. It's not. It's all rambly. I hope it's not like that anymore. I grab him and put Jane back in here. So I'm just gonna take this, knock all the stuff that has gotten up on the sides. Yes, I'm gonna clean the glass. Not a whole lot going on over here. Maybe I'll add some plants. So over here we've got that plant. We have it laid up and over top. He'll probably hide a little bit down in this area. That should be pretty cool. Hopefully he can dig out. It doesn't look too bad for being a 55-gallon aquarium. One more thing. I have to add his rock in here. This is a pretty cool rock. It's just sparkly. It's where I put his rats if he doesn't come and take them out of my tongs. He likes them just to be laid here. I'm trying to look around and see if I still have that anywhere in here. That's ridiculous. So we'll go ahead and put him over here on this other side just so that he can explore a little bit, crawl around, check it all out. That's why I like front-loading enclosures, because then you can just reach in. His light is a Phoenix aquarium light, and it is 24 inches long, 18 or 20, I can't remember. I got it a while ago. It's a 24/7 light. I got it a while ago then. It's been 2 years. I've been making, this was the first video I posted, and if you guys are interested, go back, since you're all new subscribers, go back and watch the very first few episodes, and it's pretty amazing how much I've been able to change it over this last little bit of time. But that light is actually the one that has been dying for the last year in Caboose's enclosure, and I'm not really in any rush to replace it, but I will probably be upgrading it with a different type of light, and I have a whole different video for that. run from the time of day here, and it'll cycle through, give it a moon cycle and everything. It looks really cool. I really like the way it's turned out.
Yep.
All of my enclosures are eventually going to get at least one of these on them. So I can play around and put this light up here.
If they weren't so expensive.
See kind of what looks best to me. For now, I'm just gonna.
If they weren't so expensive, I would already have a whole bunch more, but I only have gotten a handful of others, so I just haven't gotten all the way to there.
Thanks for following along with me in the reptile room with Jane here. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll see how he likes it. Let me know what you guys think. How would you have done this? Should I go find some more driftwood? Should I show you how to get that all cleaned up so that we can put it in here? Maybe a couple of aquarium plants. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that could be stuck in here, as I'm always trying to learn a little bit more and expand on everything I have.
Always trying to learn more and expand my knowledge for reptiles, clearly. So that was the very first video that I posted. Again, go check out. That was about Jane. Go check it out if you don't want to see the reaction part of it. Now, it was a little bit cringy. Okay, it was bad. It was cringy. Hopefully some of my other stuff that I've been doing lately isn't so bad, but you know, not everything can be perfect, I guess. You gotta start somewhere, and again, always trying to learn. All right, guys, well, that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Consider liking and subscribing and following along. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. Consider becoming a patron. All those fun things. And Jane and I are gonna see you on the next one.